Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great week so far. I am here to do a tag for you today, and this is the Reading Pet Peeves Tag. I was tagged by Vin over at Vin Reads, so thank you, Vin. Here are my answers. So the first prompt is, do you use or read along with audiobooks? And this is a resounding no for me. I'm the same way with podcasts, but I find it very difficult to focus when it comes to just purely listening. The only time I have the opportunity really to listen to audiobooks or podcasts is if I'm doing chores, like doing the dishes. And when I do those tasks, my mind is normally wandering to other things. For me, I feel like audiobooks are sort of a waste of money only because I lack the skill to really focus on what I'm listening to. Um, I, I acknowledge that it's a good skill to have, and it's something that I should incorporate into my reading habits. But at present, I would say it's a big no for me. Um, the next prompt is, do you utilize your local library? And the answer is yes, I do. We have a very nice local library in the center of the city where I live. I used it a lot during the pandemic, but I've recently started using it a lot more again. I try to find books at the most affordable price, and if I can find them for free and loan them out from my local library, I will do so. Um, Number three, do you DNF books? So yes, but for me it's a bit more subtle. I wouldn't say that I deliberately DNF something. There have been books that I have absolutely hated and I've still read them because you do get that sense of accomplishment when you finish a book. But for me, I think it stems from a lack of discipline. Um, I read multiple books at once, and I'm a very spontaneous reader as well. If I see something that I want to start reading, I don't necessarily stick to a rigid TBR throughout the week or the month. So I'll just start reading something else, and then weeks or months pass, and I realize that I haven't finished a book that I've put on the sidelines because of these other books that I've incorporated into my reading. So yeah, it's definitely down to a lack of discipline more than an actual desire to DNF a book. Um, Question or prompt number four. Do you read multiple books at the same time? And as I mentioned in the last prompt, I definitely do. If I'm commuting to work, I prefer using my Kindle. I don't have my Kindle with me, it's in my bedroom, but at the minute I'm reading Stephen Crane's The Red Badge of Courage. When I am reading at home, I tend to read more physical books. So I'm currently reading this by Catherine Hanley, Two Houses, Two Kingdoms. And this is a history of France and England between 1100 and 1300, more specifically about the ruling families of those two countries during this period. So yeah, I do read multiple books at once. Prompt number five. Do you make time or have a specific time for reading? That would definitely be evening for me. In the evenings, I don't read in the mornings, even if I did have time. And that's normally because I'm rushing to get ready for work in the morning. I have a very warped sense of rewards. I feel like I can't really relax until the day is done and I've accomplished a day of work and all of my chores for the day before I can actually sit down and do something for myself. Even if I did wake up in the morning and feel like I had time for myself, I would try to fill it with something to do. It's weird, but anyways, it's different during the weekends. I do read Sunday mornings because normally that's the spare time that I allot for myself and really just take care of myself. But anyways, yeah, so normally evenings or Sunday mornings. So question number six, do you dog ear? No, but I do commit a crime almost just as heinous, if not equally so, and that is a wasteful use of sticky notes. I'm horrible with it, but I like to easily refer to a page in a book that I take notes on. if I use it for referencing, then I can easily see, well, easily, I could try to find it in this horrible mass of post-it notes. But I don't dog ear to try to keep my place in a book. I normally use like a receipt or a card, anything that I can, if I can't remember the page number. But yeah, I do tend to make a mess of my books with post-it notes. And that, I suppose, goes into the next question, which is, do you annotate books? Again, no, I don't write in my books. I don't dog ear my books, but I do use Post-its. This is a good book, by the way, Almost Human by Lee Berger. He is a famous paleoanthropologist who found, he's probably most well known for two of his discoveries, which are mentioned in this book, the most famous of which would be Homo naledi. If you're unfamiliar with it, I would recommend you look that up if you're interested in paleoanthropology or anthropology or the origins of humans. But anyways, I digress. So the final prompt is, how do you feel about spoilers? With fiction, I don't read fiction as much, but if there's something that I am so excited for, say a new release, I don't want to hear anyone's opinion about the book before I've had a chance to read it, because I don't want any hint of negative feelings before I've had a chance to experience it for myself. Even if somebody gives it a good review, I still don't want to know what happens plot-wise or, you know, writing style-wise. I prefer to experience that for myself, untainted from others' opinions. And with nonfiction, I suppose it doesn't necessarily matter that much because I read a lot of history nonfiction, and I suppose when it comes to history, there isn't really such a thing as a spoiler. But again, if there is a new release that I'm really looking forward to, I don't want my opinion swayed by anyone else. For me, the anticipation of getting the book and opening it for the first time and reading what the author has to say, that anticipation is almost, you know, you get that giddy feeling on maybe a Christmas morning when you don't know what sort of excitement the day will bring. It's like that for me. So no, I do not like spoilers. But anyways, those are all the prompts. I'm terrible with tagging people. If you haven't done this tag, I recommend it, and I'd be interested to know what your reading pet peeves are. So anyways, also, I'm still trying to figure out what sort of backdrop to use. I've been moving around the flat, as you could probably tell from the various different locations I've been filming. This one's kind of a pain in the butt because, well, any's a pain in the butt at the minute. My phone stand broke, so I'm literally propping my phone up on like 10 books. So this isn't sustainable. So we'll see. We'll see where I end up next time. But anyways, have a great week, everyone, and I look forward to hearing from all of you in the comments below. Bye for now.